Hello, my nephews and nieces, your Uncle Kyle here, and today I wanted to pose the question: what is the best side mission in every single Arkham game? Now, I don't know if you lot will agree with me on this when I say that Victor Zsasz that doesn't sound right. I don't know if you guys would say that I'm right on this to say that his side mission was the best. I mean, me personally, what is my video, I'm saying that it's the best for a multitude of reasons. First of all, the little payphones thing. Yeah, I didn't play Arkham City when it came out, but I played it before night, and I think it's actually my first Arkham game I ever played because the cover looked cool. And I was quite impressed with this side mission, mainly because of how interesting it was. For me and my very young mind, my ADHD ridden mind, everything. I just saw colors fucking everywhere. I just wanted bang, bang, bang. You know, TikTok made it worse, you know what I mean? With the content, I want it all now. And Zsasz's side mission, it was a bit of a slow burn, I'm not gonna lie, but it was interesting because of, yeah, you know, the oh hello Batman, where's my payphone, get going. And then you go towards the payphone and it's not that special, you have a time limit. Oh, so cool, I guess, or very nice. But you know, the interesting part is when you actually get to the phone and then this guy starts spitting facts about his, well, childhood or whatever shit came to mind. I don't remember it. It's just a whole lot of waffle. But I remember at the time it was really interesting waffle. And I think for the first time in gaming history, I did a side mission just to hear a character talk, not for the combat, not for any type of gameplay. And I'm gonna say right now that I don't think in the entire Arkham series I had a bigger pull to finish a side mission other than this side mission right here. But yeah, it's just super interesting. And then when it comes to the climax of this whole side mission, when it comes to actually sneaking through Zsasz's little lair thing, and then when you take him out, it's nice and suspenseful. You know, it makes you feel like on edge, you know, like you're in a home of a serial killer, you know, with the rising water and everything. You feel like he can kill his victims anytime. You feel like you need to take your time so you, well, don't drown or whatever, but you also feel like you need to speed your ass up because this man is unpredictable. He can do anything at any fucking time. And there's also a reason why I really love this side mission. Victor Zsasz is an interesting character. He's creepy as fuck. A serial killer, of course he has to be goddamn creepy, his thing, but all his audio tapes, everything he goddamn does just has an absolute creep factor of a detective hunting down a serial killer. And I don't know if it's because I'm watching Dexter right now, but like, I don't know, I'm really into that shit, especially now, into that shit. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. It might just be the most beautiful side mission in the entire series. Maybe we'll get to that. Maybe. You're onto the cover boy, the thumbnail guy. If I end up changing the thumbnail last second, I'm gonna look real stupid. I'm gonna go with that anyway. Anarky, Arkham Origins. If there wasn't already a theme here that you could see, that I prefer my Batman being more grounded than taking on fucking Superman. But like, I mean, I still like that. I still very much like that. Not the movie, but like, you know, when Batman is just like that character that he's just, well, the vigilante of Gotham, and he's taken down revolutionists like Anarky and serial killers like Zsasz. I feel like that's Batman Prime right there. Like, you don't get much better in storytelling with that. Now, in a previous video, I did say that the Anarky boss fight was the worst boss fight in the entire game, and I do stand by that. But I am talking about the whole side mission now, people, so it doesn't really count. Well, it does. I'm taking into factorization, but it still gets best side mission of the whole goddamn game. First of all, I would love to say that Anarky as a character I thought was pretty interesting as a kid who is just trying to change Gotham and trying to rally these people behind Gotham, and potentially the thought that if the revolutionists knew who was behind the mask, someone potentially even younger than them, then they probably wouldn't even follow them in the first place. I just think that's just poetic kind of writing for a less kind of experienced Batman Origins. I mean, he does be like Killer Croc Bane, you know, you can't really call it inexperienced at this point. But like, yeah, for a Batman like that to go up against a revolutionist group that's trying to, well, just bomb everything in Gotham, just trying to do a whole factory reset type shit, I think it's really goddamn cool. Again, I think Batman's in his prime when he's in this element of taking down these kind of people, and I just find it really goddamn interesting when he's put up against these characters. And when it comes to replaying Origins, I find myself most excited to play the Anarky missions again, because I just feel like a grounded Batman, like Anarky, like the Anarky mission in the game, I think would be most representative of something like that. Like if you were to see one of the missions in Origins in the Patterson like Batman universe, it would probably be the Anarky one. Probably. Like you wouldn't like with the whole Matt Reeves, I don't want to be fantastical type shit. You probably wouldn't see a Mad Hatter, really. Maybe not. And definitely not a Killer Croc. So I also love sympathetic villains as well, and I feel like the Anarky is very sympathetic when it comes to him having good intentions. Unlike pretty much everyone else in Gotham at the time, all the other assassins, pretty much everything to do with Gotham, they all have pretty selfish intentions, and they all are to some extent evil as fuck. But Anarky, he's different. He's a different one. I mean, I like how he mentioned in the game about like wanting to basically blow up the banks of Gotham to force the government into doing something different, into giving the people what they want. And I love even more how he talks to Batman after he's arrested, and he basically shoves the whole truth into Batman's face, how he's not that different from Anarky, going out and making his own justice and doing his own thing, like without the law say, you know what I mean? Like Batman can't say much to that, because in a way he is very similar to Anarky, and him saying to Anarky, oh, don't take the law into your own hands, is kind of hypocritical. You know, I think that's really interesting. Now, the way Anarky sees it is like, oh, why do you get to do it but I can't? You know, stuff like that. Like that is a very big fact. That is a very good fact. And I could very much see myself, if I was on Anarky's side, like if I was in the game or I was Anarky myself, I would see that as absolute bullshit coming out of Batman's mouth. Also, I'd love to talk about the whole other than the boss fight, which I think was fine, like the parts before with the bombs, that was actually quite fun. I actually thought, like, getting to them in time and then beating out the thugs in time, I thought it put on quite a bit of pressure, and I thought it wasn't the most original, but I think it compared to the other side missions in the series, it was quite a bit original, and it kept you on your toes. And in terms of every other side mission in this game, I would actually say that the Anarky one gave me the most fun in story and gameplay. But you know, that's just my opinion. Ra's al Ghul. You know what? This one didn't really have a boss fight at the end. I mean, I guess only the Anarky one did. But the only reason I would say that the Ra's al Ghul side mission is the best in the game is because it has a lot of diversity in pretty much everything. In like the stages you're in, can I say that? Like the cutscenes, not the cutscenes, the places you go to, the story in it, the player choice at the end. I just think that it's the most interesting and the most value for your time in the game. It's like, especially from when it starts, the mystery of the League Civil War, who killed 2 League of Assassins and whatever. Following the blood trail wasn't that fun. I'll tell you that. But breaking into the hospital, beating up the ninjas, whatever the fuck, you know, it builds anticipation for what's to come next. You know, you're excited to see how Ra's al Ghul is doing. And then you go downstairs past all like the whatever shit is there. You see all this stuff that's hinting towards a civil war within the League, and you walk through a creepy ass hospital with Easter eggs and shit, and then you reach Ra's al Ghul, who tells you all this stuff about, I shouldn't recite it, you probably know what happened, but I'm just trying to say that it's just really interesting from start to finish, which I cannot say for a lot of side missions in the series. I think the whole fight with Nyssa, well, not the fight with Nyssa, but her ninjas, and then the whole conversation you have with her over the Lazarus pit, trying to persuade you not to revive Ra's, that is fucking amazing. And going on to that, the goddamn player choice to either revive Ra's or not kill him off but allow him to die, I think that was absolutely amazing. It was an absolutely amazing dilemma, which actually had me thinking for quite a bit of time what I wanted to do. I was constantly trying to put my shoes in Batman. Put my shoes in Batman, what does that even, what? But I was trying to put myself in Batman's shoes, and I was trying to think what he would do about that, and for the love of God, I could not think for the life of me what Batman would do. But I think what I decided to do on a first time round is, if I can remember right, I think I saved Ra's. I extended his life. and then Nissa died. So maybe that wasn't the best choice, and I might just agree with the opposite now, but it might be a bit too late. But still, I think that dilemma is just so fucking amazing, and it's one of the highlights of Arkham Knight for me. And even the other ending where you leave Ra's to die, I guess, and you take him back to GCPD, that is still just amazing. You know, when you leave Ra's there and then he's just like, oh, detective, I am very proud of you. I wish I could hear those words. I really wish I didn't. Lucky ass guy, Bruce. I mean, there's not really much I can say negative about this animation. I mean, other than I wish there was some kind of maybe little mini battle between Nissa and Batman, or some kind of boss fight in a way. I think that's the only way that it could have possibly been better. But you know, I don't know who you gonna fight. I mean, Nissa and Batman aren't really typically enemies, and Ray's just kind of a vegetable. So anyway, yeah, that'll be the end of the video today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm your Uncle Kyle. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. There should be 2 videos around here that you can go ahead and watch. They're pretty good videos. You should go ahead and check them out. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.